Alright, 7 come 11, trying to get lucky with my twin flame archetype. Once again, next one on the countdown, as we're showing you all 12 of the starseed archetypes. This one's our Q, Capricorn, or our oracles. And we're talking about the Polarian starseeds because it's not where you're born, it's where you end up, it's home. Now, the Capricorn kind of give off like a dark elf warlock witch doctor of some sorts. Because of the 5-shaped star of the Capricorn goat, it almost seems like oracles derive their power from the underworld. And even from the earliest times of temple cave days, the oracles were put up on a pedestal above everyone else. As time progressed, they become scholars, philosophers, those that would call out to the heavens and gain messages from beyond the stars. And their ability to shift the aura field would enable them to be able to influence an entire room or a group of people. But because of this ability to influence others, royalty would keep them as trusters or psychic slaves that were forced to work for them. And because of this, the evil, fated, ancient witch doctors, but instead to shift the identity paradigm from one, a beast of burden that was hardly respected, into a glorified god. And this is where we get the saying, a white elephant gift. The need for a royal advisor was stigmatized. All the witches and warlocks became vilified and began wandering the countryside. So then what we can tell from our ancient Egyptian artifacts about these territorial beasts is that they become burdened by the other Egyptian god, the emissaries, Sobek. So then this free nomadic tribes person becomes a protector over all the little ones. And the goddess Twaweret is born. She's like the great grandparent or the babysitter. And they become like a spirited herdsman, like a godmother or a godfather. And what you might not know about Twaweret is that she was the wife of Thoth. So you got the oracle sorceress and the royal scribe. As it turned out, it was Twawaret's job in life to keep a head count on everybody. She was the grand matriarch of the whole society. And this rogue pagan witch slipping into this child care role of the grand matriarch parallels their story of their origins from space. For although they originated near the Polaris star system and the Pleiadians, they were chased out by the Arcturians, wandering like a band of disheveled circus workers. So then this rogue band of Polarians, fleeing the eugenist and purist beliefs of the Arcturians, leave their star systems and search for the distant Capricorn system. Their offspring become like gold to them. Seeing their faces in their children lets them know that their lineage is living on elsewhere in the galaxy despite being displaced. Then, like, their babies have babies, and their babies have more babies. And then this becomes like a flex to have like 6 or 7 generations. The grandparents get involved in naming ceremonies. Like, if you didn't know, the tradition is to give your child its grandparent's name for its middle name. This is where the traditional Capricornicus starseed comes all the way back around full circle. Since it was always their job to count up all the kids and the family members, they'd start having group meetings so they could remember everybody. And for some reason, all these special meetings involve separating the men from the women. Apparently, if it's your job to count heads, people get a little bit possessive, and all these old men and old ladies would go to war with each other over it. And you got everybody out here competing to see who could be the most gangster grandma. And this is where we get the saying of calling overbearing mother-in-laws your battle axe. And what's really dystopian is where we see him show up. We see him as kids who took their parents' car or Nepetists. They're literally a nomadic secret society of traveling judge officiates and security officers. They've left their homeworld for the pursuit and plunder of an underdeveloped planet. Or they got a gig playing on a cruise liner somewhere in some cheesy cover band. We are here to change the world. This really happened. Star Wars special. There's a 3D movie shown at Disneyland in the 90s. We see a bunch of Polarian characters in here. And they're the same kind of ragtag band fleeing their homeworld trying to make a living in the Capricorn system. Now, I don't want to ruin a great thing for you, so just plug your ears if you don't want to know the ending. But in the ending, he turns the big booty spider lady into the super hot fairy chick using music magic. But in all these old musical magical stories, the great grandmother has a field of influence where she could shift the mood of an entire room. Dark elves are a lot like oracles in that they have that endless supply of magic. So then all these nice grandparents form all these great groups all over the world. Really nice people. I really like them. And if you look closely in old Hollywood movies, you see little things alluding to wicked witches of the East. And the magical oracle or old wise one of the village is a very popular archetype in Eastern countries. You see male practitioners or warlocks engaging in healing and spell work. And we see witches and oracles keeping records of everything just like they've always done for a millennia. And quite frankly, if you can't find a book about witches or oracles, I think you need to find a new hobby because you're blind. So everything from metaphysical in ancient times all the way modern day divination tools. These incredibly lucky guessers changed the fate of kings. Or they tried to warn the saints of their impending doom, like Rubicante the cat, the Leo, or Graphia Canning, the Sagittarius, the dog. So all these Polarian starseeds are able to step through time, tell you your past, your present, and your future, because they've known it all, because they've seen it all. It takes a real powerful individual to know everything about people's futures and their fates and still not be able to do anything about it. So anyway, that's our Polarians in a nutshell. If you like what you see and you want a free starseed reading, go ahead and send me a message or a DM. I'll see what I can do. Once again, I'm the Abba Uwa Lunas. Enjoy the truth.